Grand strategy games are immensely fun, but almost always fail to include the ability to fight battles in real time, something you'll find at its best in the Total War series. Crusader Wars is a groundbreaking mod that fulfills a long-standing fantasy of strategy gamers everywhere. Have you ever envisioned commanding your armies on the battlefield, making crucial decisions that shape the course of history in grand strategy? With Crusader Wars, that dream becomes a reality. Anybody who has played a Paradox game has probably thought about how cool this would be, and finally, it's actually here. In this video, I will cover what the mod is, why it's such a big moment for grand strategy, as well as how to install and use the mod, as it is more complicated than probably anything you've used before. All you need is Crusader Kings 3, Attila Total War, and the Charlemagne Attila DLC. Let's get started. Many players, especially those of modern Paradox interactive titles like CK3, often express discontent due to the lack of variety. After a while, the gameplay becomes repetitive, and concerns somewhat alleviated by the abundance of available mods. Crusader Wars addresses this issue for numerous players by introducing a dynamic and engaging battle system. This innovation adds a layer of excitement, significantly prolonging enjoyment of any campaign. Being able to personally oversee these decisive battles where the fate of your family and legacy hangs in the balance creates an entirely new experience. Instead of relying on AI decisions, which may lead to success or disaster, probably the latter, players can shape their own destinies. What sets Crusader Wars apart is its impressive compatibility with numerous mods. In my recent playthroughs, I seamlessly integrated it with up to 90 other mods, encountering minimal issues. Any mod that changes cultures or the types of men-at-arms you can get will not be compatible, do note, such as the Rice mod or Muslim enhancements. Additionally, I believe this mod will inspire other modders to explore innovative avenues beyond the confines of the games themselves. Crusader Wars not only enhances the flavor and fun within Paradox and grand strategy games, but also opens the doors to so many possibilities. Crusader Wars utilizes the Medieval Kingdoms 1212 mod, or Anno Domini 919 mod, for Attila Total War, enabling players to experience battles from the Crusader Kings era in an incredibly immersive way. This mod stands out as the best method to enjoy medieval era combat in the Total War series until the anticipated release of Medieval Total War 3 sometime in 2035. With the mod activated in Crusader Kings 3, players leading an army have the option to personally engage in battles. Upon initiating a battle, Crusader Kings 3 closes, launching Attila Total War with the battle scenario ready to go. The battle terrain mirrors the location in CK3, down to the province tiles and weather, enhancing immersion. For instance, a battle in the snowy fields of southern France replicates the same environment. Notably, the mod takes into account deployment strategies. Defending the mountains ensures you start on the high ground, a tactical advantage in battle. Defenders always get the terrain advantage regardless of map types, so who engages really does matter. In battles, the mod focuses on men-at-arms, specialized units from Crusader Kings 3 that significantly impact the outcome. These units are matched equivalently in Attila Total War, intensifying the strategic depth of battles. Standard levies, which form the bulk of your army in almost any campaign, these units are transformed into lower quality troops in Attila, though they have variants and will include more than simple pitchfork-wielding hordes. Levies are split into 65% spearmen, 25% medium infantry, and 10% ranged. Cultures do have some effect, which will be expanded as the mod develops. For example, the Mongol levies get horse archers instead. Knights are introduced as heavy cavalry units, each knight representing a group of soldiers. Their prowess and knight effectiveness from CK3 changes their quality in battles, contributing to the experience points of the heavy cavalry division, making them formidable with rapid progression. One knight in CK3 translates to 5 soldiers before 1066 and 10 anytime after. The commander's martial level in CK3 affects the experience points of all units in the army, emphasizing the importance of skilled and battle-hardened leaders. A new update allows any employee commander to lead instead of just your player character, as in the past. To be frank, unless you are fighting all the battles on max difficulty in Attila, I recommend you only let your character or dynasty members lead battles. Most of you are pretty good at strategy games, and the challenge and immersiveness will be reduced with being able to win pretty much any battle you choose. It's crucial to protect both commanders and knights during battle, as they can get captured, injured, maimed, or even killed, significantly impacting your forces, family, and game in CK3. A recent feature added in the mod allows players to deploy defensive structures like stakes and ditches, enhancing the strategic depth of battles. The number of structures you can use depends on your army's supplies, the commander's martial skills, and the overall size of the army. It's important to note that as soon as the battle is done, aka the decisive battle, etc., screen appears, any casualties afterwards do not count towards the effect in CK3. Unlike normal Total War battles, where many of us make sure to pick off anybody we can to reduce the enemy's numbers, This does not work with the Crusader Wars battles. Once the conflict concludes in Attila Total War, the game closes, and CK3 resumes, displaying the results of the battle. If CK3 fails to relaunch, restarting it from the launcher ensures the latest save includes the battle's outcome. The Fallen Eagle mod stands as one of the finest total conversion mods for CK3 period. It immerses players in the late periods of the Roman Empire, offering a glimpse into the chaotic world as the once mighty empire crumbles piece by piece. With Crusader Wars integrating into this mod, players can engage in epic battles, whether they're leading the Romans or any other faction. However, using Crusader Wars with this mod does involve a few additional steps, which I will explain later in the video. Moving on to how to get the mod to work. This will be more complicated than any mod you have probably used in Paradox or games period, but it's easy as long as you follow my instructions. Just do one step at a time. First off, go ahead and follow the link to crusaderwars.com on this screen to download the latest launcher from Crusader Wars. Make sure to only get it from this website to avoid mining Bitcoin for a North Korean general. The mod uses its own standalone launcher, which if you don't use, will make the mod not work. While that is downloading, go to the Crusader Wars Steam page and subscribe to the mod by simply clicking the button. You'll know when it's done downloading on Steam by going to your downloads and waiting for the CK3 portion to be complete. When the launcher itself has finished downloading as well as the mod on Steam, create a new folder on your desktop. You can call it whatever you like, but I recommend Crusader Wars so you remember what it is. Move the zip file into the folder and unzip it there. The easiest way is to just get WinRAR, which is a free tool for this purpose used by everybody since the early days of Minecraft mods long ago. After it is unzipped, simply start the Crusader Wars application. If you ever want to update the launcher without having to re-download, you can also use the updater.exe found in the folder. Next, you need to set the paths to your games. Click on the cog icon at the top right, where you will have to set the paths to where both Attila and CK3 are installed. For almost everybody watching, you will have the games on Steam in the same place where I will show you. If not, do a search for the game in your Explorer, or if you have a desktop icon for the game, right-click it and do Open File Location. For CK3, it should be found in Program Files x86, Steam, Steam Apps Common, Crusader Kings 3, Binaries, where you should then click on the exe CK3 file with the game icon next to it to open. For Attila Total War, you should be able to find it in Program Files x86, Steam, Steam Apps Common, Total War Attila, and then click on the application icon again and open. Before I explain how to set up Attila Total War, let's cover the mappers. These essentially define what unit types will be available in battles and correspond to time periods and cultures. If you want to have the units of each era represented in normal CK3, turn on all the official mappers. For most, this is all you need to do. If you're using the Fallen Eagle mod, turn on the 2 Fallen Eagle mappers and none of the others. If you use the others, it will cause issues and make battles pretty weird. Before you get into ruthlessly slaughtering anybody who opposes you, the Attila Total War setup needs to be completed or the mod also will not work. When Attila Total War is downloaded, you should then subscribe to all the mods in this mod pack seen here. Do note that load order matters, meaning you have to put them in the right order in your launcher or they won't work. Start Attila, and when the launcher appears, go to the mod manager, where your mods should appear. If they don't, make sure to subscribe to them or restart Steam. Order the mods as shown in the pack. Do not turn on the scripts mod, leave it off. When they're in order, launch Attila to the main menu to make sure there are no problems. To get a completely accurate unit count, go to your Attila War settings and put the unit size on Ultra. If your computer is on the lower end, make sure to turn down your graphical settings, but always keep your unit size on Ultra, as it is needed for the mod to work properly. After this is completed, you then need to launch CK3. In a launcher, make a new playlist or use the initial one and add the Crusader Wars mod. This is also where you can add any other mods you want in your CK3 campaign, though you may have to do some testing to get the load order right. I made 2 solid mod packs, one very minimal and one much heavier, with the right load orders, if you want to make things much more fun and simple. Make sure to set the playlist to the one you have the mods in on the main page for the launcher, this is important, then close it. Now, to actually use Crusader Wars, you launch with their launcher, which will use the playlist you have selected. To do so, simply click the button in the middle of the launcher. I would recommend, before you start a full campaign and get into things, doing a random quick start, going to war, and making sure that the battles work properly, just so you don't have to restart a campaign. When you get into a battle, pause the game and click on the mod options. There are a lot, and I'll explain what they do. Overall battle size scale allows you to decrease the amount of soldiers in Attila battles. 50%, meaning if you have an army of 10,000, only 5,000 would be in the battle. If your computer's DNA is more akin to a potato than an IBM supercomputer, you may want to use these. Maximum battle limit uses a hard cap on troops as well, which helps with performance. For unit sizes, you are able to decide how many troops each unit of men-at-arms and levies is equal to an attila. Setting the unit sizes lower will split your soldiers into more units, which will increase lag. Default settings work fine, and higher numbers are actually best for performance. If you want more maneuverability, but smaller units, the lower options are also there. Preferences allow you to decide when you can fight battles. If you want only your character or dynasty members are able to fight battles in Total War. This means any regular commander leading a battle will be fought in normal CK3 style. I really do recommend again that you keep it on your character or dynasty. It will make the mod more replayable, and the battles will matter more. Letting some of your generals be incompetent, as they're supposed to be, can be rough, but the game will be more enjoyable. This and all the other settings are reset every time you launch CK3, so if they're weird, try and remember to change them. To fight a battle, wait until the army gets into 1 in CK3 with another army. You may need to run it a day or two before the option becomes clickable. Make sure to do this on speed 1 so not too much of it passes. Then, simply click the cross swords. Your artillery launcher will pop up, or you should then click play. The Crusader Wars.mod will be added to your mods in Total War after your first battle with the mod, so don't worry about that. The mod will be working properly if you can click on battles and see a Total War battle on the top. Click this to get started. When it's complete, your CK3 should launch back up. If not, start up the battle from Crusader launchers again, and the latest save should be after the battle. A significant enhancement in progress for the mod involves the introduction of unit mappers. Essentially unit packs designed to seamlessly integrate special and unique men-at-arms units from CK3 into battles in Attila Total War. In the battles, these units are often grouped together and lack accuracy due to the sheer quantity. The mapper additions aim to rectify this issue by incorporating special units and enhancing the overall flavor of battles. As the mod continues to develop, these additions will provide players with a more authentic and immersive experience. The development team is actively seeking assistance from the community, and there is already a tutorial in the Discord linked in the description. If you're passionate about the era in CK3, there are opportunities available to get involved and help shape the future of the mod. This mod represents a significant milestone for all strategy game enthusiasts, effectively bridging the gap between grand strategy and real-time strategy in a way that has never been achieved before with such exceptional quality. Looking ahead, the mod has ambitious plans to introduce a more intricate supply system and explores impact, enhance siege battles, delve into the effects of commander and lifestyle traits, and implement unique upgrades for men-at-arms. These additions promise to offer players a deeper and even better experience. If you encounter any issues during installation or come across bugs not covered in this video, please feel free to leave a comment or visit the mod's Discord channel linked in the video description. Your feedback and engagement are invaluable for the continuous improvement of the mod. With all the exciting features and enhancements in place, it's time to dive in and embark on your journey. May you find triumph in battles that lie ahead. Have fun.